Good morning, students, and welcome to a new week. Welcome to our Monday motivation. As always, I'm joining you with my cup of coffee. And this morning on the cup of coffee, you can see there are some beautiful poppy flowers to brighten our day and to brighten our week. And on the back, the quote that we have says, "Growth does not come from comfort zones." Let me reread that. Growth does not come from comfort zones. So this class is an education class. It's housed in the education department. And we talk a lot about learning and growth and development. So the focus is on how do we grow our brains? How do we develop a more intense neural network in this beautiful brain of ours? So we can think of the human brain like a muscle. And it's really easy to think if somebody goes to the gym and they want to lift weights and they want to grow their muscles. How do they do it? How do they go from starting with maybe 15 or 20 pound bicep, tricep exercises, and then eventually they can get to the point where they lift, who knows, right? Maybe even 100 pounds. And so that process is something that occurs with time and effort, but also with strategies. So the person that wants to develop those nice biceps, triceps, or quads, or whatever you're trying to develop, they don't do the same exercises every single day. They don't always lift, 15 pounds, 3 sets, the same exact bicep curls, hammer curls. They don't do the exact same thing every day because that's not allowing the muscle fibers to break down and then to be rebuilt through proper nutrition with the right amounts of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So they always have to change up the exercises. They either increase the weights and decrease the reps, or they decrease the weights and increase the reps, but they're always changing their strategies. They're getting out of their comfort zones because if they always lift the same every day, there's no challenge in that. And so the muscles don't grow. Your brain is the exact same way. So our brains are made up of trillions of cells, and approximately 100 billion of those cells are called neurons. And as we grow and develop, the neurons actually communicate with each other across these channels that you'll learn in your psychology classes, across the synapses and the dendrites and so forth. But basically, the neurons are communicating with each other. And the more that we explore that communication between those neurons, that's a memory, that's a connection that's strong. And we want to develop this in our entire brain. So the more times that we explore a pathway and the more time we have connections between other neurons, that neural net actually grows and develops. But you never develop the neural net unless you're getting, as the cup says, you're getting out of your comfort zone. If you always practice the same problems in a math class, for example, you have 40 math problems that you have to practice, and you always go over the same 30 and you're good at those. That's the connection between the neurons. It's nice and strong, but your brain is not expanding and growing, and you're not building that neural net, because what you need to do is you need to work on those 10 story problems that you always avoid, that you're scared of, or that it's outside of your comfort zone because it's not your wheelhouse. But if you start exploring those neural connections and that neural net is built, that's where true learning and growth begins. So my challenge to you all this week and every week for the rest of your lives is to try things out of your comfort zone. Don't just rely on your wheelhouse. Don't just focus on what you know how to do or what's easy for you. The true learning and growth occurs when you're doing things that are not easy for you, that are a challenge. So on that note, let's have a wonderful, beautiful week. If you have any questions for me, I'm right here on the other side of this monitor. Have a great week, guys.